Well, sorry guys, I didn't expect to be caught off guard here on my vacation, but we'll just roll with it. Now, if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I play heavy in Team Fortress 2. I'll play Bastion or Reinhardt in Overwatch, I'll play Donkey Kong in Melee, and Ike and pretty much all the others, and as soon as I reach a certain threshold of knowledge of a game, I tend to gravitate towards the big boys with big guns and slow movement. So there I was playing heavy again after a short vacation, and to find out that people in the year of our Lord still make the joke that no one mains heavy. This was a joke that was around when I first started playing the game, and it just isn't true. You see sweaty heavy mains all over the place. Well, I mean, you sometimes see them.
No!
Okay, well yes, you do see them less than all of the other main classes. Yeah, okay, fine, alright, fine. Well, but why? Why does no one main heavy? So there are two arching reasons why heavy is the least mained class in the game. Heavy is boring and heavy is bad. Okay, wait, let me elaborate here, okay? Heavy is not bad, but the heavy is slow. Despite boasting the most health, heavy has the least survivability. It is very rare to succeed in escaping as heavy. You're the captain and you're going down with the ship. Yeah, unless there's someone babysitting him, Heavy has a baseline need for at least a good amount of game sense. He has more spies and snipers on his ass than JFK, and anyone that knows how to take advantage of an out-of-position Heavy will do that. He's this big, fat, slow, juicy hitbox, and a lot of the skill in playing Heavy revolves around mitigating his weaknesses because his strengths are already so strong. However, even if you can do that, there are situations, whether it's the map or because of the team composition, where Heavy is just not viable for the moment. The sign of a really great Heavy is the ability to recognize what they or their team need to do first with other classes for Heavy to be able to succeed. If you're on offense and your team is having trouble taking open ground with snipers watching on a payload map where the flanks are in the defense's control, or you're having trouble getting onto the point because of skirmishing players playing in front of the point on a KOF map, or if you're just playing 5 CP, like at all. These are all times to stop and reflect that while Heavy isn't a bad class, he is not very versatile. And that contributes to the second reason why people don't main Heavy as much as the other classes. Heavy is not boring. I fucking love playing Heavy. But Heavy is a specialist and exists on the very extreme of class balance. You know, something I really love about TF2 is just how far it goes with the classes. Heavy is extremely slow, barely inching along when revved, but because of his slow speed and lack of diversity in primary weapon choice, there's very little variety in playstyle unless you're playing with a friend or a friend group. And keep in mind, this is all coming from someone who has a loadout that looks like this and a loadout that looks like this. In particular, I think running shotgun Heavy and just playing around the flanks can be a really fun and actually very effective playstyle as Heavy, even if the only difference is, you know, now you're a little bit further from your team and now you have a shotgun. I know there's some great variety there, right guys? You just don't have the freedom to play as creatively with Heavy's kit because of the lack of diversity. And the few items that do actually like drastically change his playstyle are so laughably dog shit that they can just be dismissed outright. And that fucking really sucks actually. But another reason a lot of really experienced players don't main Heavy is because if you already have really good game sense and positioning and, you know, you can keep tabs over the whole game subconsciously and just how it's going, then you will stomp casual servers as Heavy without needing to main him. A team of fresh installs that sees this 5,000 hour player running a class that has twice their health and can deal more damage than their father's belt will shit their pants and would killbind if they knew how. See, a lot of good players see Heavy as a class to play and not a class to main. I think it's this fact that seasoned players can pick up Heavy and just immediately start doing pretty well that makes the few Heavy mains out there a little bit insecure. So I think it's important to remember the skill set specific to playing heavy, more specifically the timing and experience you get only by playing him and honing your craft, not too dissimilar from what you get by playing medic. While aim and tracking have a lot to do with your skill as a heavy main, it's less about that mechanical aptitude, less of those muscle memories and quick reflexes, less of that knowledge and bookworming. That's all there, undoubtedly. But maining heavy has a lot more to do with building up insight into the class in regards to things like timing and the setting of the teams, heavy game sense. Remember, heavy is not a solo class. It's about the separation between positioning and movement and being able to perform both as optimally as you can with such a slow speed. That is difficult. And it's that ever-building cycle and using that built-up wisdom in situations that are difficult and against tougher teams that we heavy mains enjoy, and it's the reason that we main the class. Yeah, that, or we just like tracking and being angry. Or the complete opposite and we're friendly. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't. So am I insinuating then that heavy mains are all stronger, smarter, deeper, more philosophical than everyone else? No, because that all applies to medic mains too, am I right, guys? Woo! So why did I make this video? In short, new players. Since the summer update, I have been nearly exclusively playing TF2 and am seeing a lot of new faces, and they are why I made this video. Heavy is statistically people's least mained class and people's least played class, and that makes sense. If you have even a couple hundred hours in TF2, you know why people don't play heavy, and you know why you probably don't too. But new players don't, and in my experience, they usually have a warped view of the class. So I made this video. And if you are a new player, do Uncle Patrick a favor here and just try the class out for a few rounds. You might just get something out of it. And by the way, you don't have to make your most played class your new online identity. You may just start to gravitate towards heavy as you build up experience with the game and also with the class. Anyway, this has been P-Bean, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.